let me ask about the impact that this lengthy permitting process has on just investors' willingness to be participating here. Mr. Evans, we've acknowledged that it's just longer here, oftentimes twice as long, maybe more. What is that doing to the investment environment and the willingness to even get in the game here in this country?
I think it's suppressed thank you, Senator, suppressed interest in domestic projects here. I think one of the questions earlier is how did this happen before? And there's the history here is that it's investors have gone overseas, they've gone other places and ignored assets that we have here, and it's going to be a challenge even now to get people off the sidelines, private investors, because that's what we really want here is private funding to fund these projects. A reliable permitting process where people understand it's going to be a finite amount of time, and then construction can start and cash flow can start, and they can basically make a profit after that is going to help immensely, I think, to drive more public money and capital into these projects.
Then let me ask you, Secretary Belash, when we think about different ways that we can provide the right incentives, sometimes it is, much of the time, it does focus on the permitting side of it. A lot of discussion around this place about an infrastructure package and what that might look like. We all know that that includes things like highways and ports and transmission systems and bridges, but I also think that we need to be doing all that with minerals that are produced domestically. I think that that makes just a lot of sense. What is the administration doing to keep an eye on the entire supply chain when we're talking about infrastructure and an infrastructure package? And then is there consideration that within an infrastructure, a broader infrastructure bill, we're looking to the permitting side that might include our critical minerals?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The list of materials that will be important to support the development and reinvestment in infrastructure in this country goes far beyond what we've identified in the critical minerals package. However, many of the improvements that both the legislation calls for and that the administration has undertaken to bring timeliness, efficiency, and certainty to the permitting process, at least as it relates to NEPA, are things that we think can be quite helpful overall in ensuring that the suppliers of strategic and industrial minerals, to differentiate from critical ones, are available in time to meet the needs for the construction activities that would be undertaken as a consequence. So whether it's as simple as gravel fill or getting iron ore for steel beams that go on bridges and trestles, all of those things need to be available to meet the market signals that would come about in the lead time running up to actual construction.